When I was a kid, I used to take the fruit snack multivitamins every morning. And then when I turned 11 or 12, I graduated to the adult multis. Those big horse pills that taste like shit if you leave them in your mouth too long. And I felt so mature. I felt like I didn't need to be lied to anymore. Like I didn't need to hear the little kid's story anymore. I just knew the truth. Oh, I'm taking these because they're good for me. But all I did was trade one story for another. It went from take these because they taste good to take these because they're healthy. But I've started to realize that the more you try to cut out the story, the more you try to just get the truth and nothing but the truth, it becomes a harder pill to swallow. It becomes easier to ignore and harder to accept. It's like, compare two types of alcohol. A cold beer on a hot summer day to a burning shot of absinthe. If the alcohol is the truth, the message you're trying to get across, and everything else is the story, you know, the carbonation, the temperature, the weather outside, who you're drinking it with, that's all part of the beer story. The absinthe is just the alcohol, just the truth. You're still getting the same alcohol. You know, drink 2 cans of beer, 1 shot of absinthe. Those are the same. But taking a shot of absinthe is very uncomfortable. It's easily avoidable. It's not something that's looked at as an enjoyable experience. See, I don't think there's anything wrong with sugarcoating the truth with a story. Like, imagine if Waldo was drawn on a blank piece of paper, if he wasn't hidden. Yeah, everyone would see him, but it wouldn't be a challenge. When you saw him, it wouldn't feel like you discovered something. It wouldn't feel like an earned experience, and therefore it'd be easy to forget about. And to take that to something applicable for the creators, the artists, and musicians, don't put your message, your one idea, on a golden platter written in bold silver letters. Hide it in a story. Make it so that the viewer has to work for it. Don't make the moral so easy. Make it a challenge, make it fun. Make it feel like a buried treasure so that when someone finds it, they'll feel like they earned something. They'll feel like they were rewarded. Because when it's just given to someone, it doesn't stick in their head. Like, I see these YouTube videos where it's like summing up a 300-page book into a 5-minute animation. That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, you're condensing it to the truth, to the wisdom, the little nuggets of the best pieces of the book, sure. But you're missing the entire fucking point. Because when you watch a 5-minute video, you're going to forget it the next day. But when you read a 300-page book, and it takes you a couple weeks to finish, it's going to stay with you. The message that you have to work to read, that you have to decipher yourself, that stays with you. And going back to that alcohol example, the alcohol, the truth, it ferments in the beer. To say that another way, the truth ferments in the story. The truth does not stand alone outside of a story. It's meaningless outside of a story. It's like that cliche quote, the journey is the destination, or something like that. I'm going to translate that to the story is the truth. The story is the fucking moral. The entire thing. Not the one little bit at the end. No one says, I went to Mount Everest and I saw the views on top. Right? I stood on top of Mount Everest and, yeah, watched some clouds. No, you say I climbed the entire fucking mountain. No one says, yeah, I was at the symphony and finally when they got to the last note, that's what I was waiting for. No, they say I saw the entire fucking show. And it was beautiful. And different people like different stories. Romantics like love stories. Scientists love double-blind, placebo-controlled stories. And I like cut through the bullshit stories. I love the myths and the fantasies and why things do what they do. But that's still a story. The cutting through the bullshit and seeking the truth is still a story. And you're lying to yourself if you say it isn't. I feel like I'm cutting to the truth, but I know this is still a story. I spent 20 minutes setting up this frame. I'm adding music, I'm editing it, and I'm contemplating if people will think this is weird or dumb. I'm typing this out, I'm reading books that inspire these videos. That's all part of my story. So yeah, I can say I have a truth I want to share. But there's also everything surrounding the truth that's important. So I think, to sum it up, I mean, my truth is that I think creativity and storytelling are going to be the last things left when everything else gets mechanized and automated. I think that's the one thing worth focusing on, worth developing. And that doesn't mean I'm right. That's definitely an ideological idea. And there's not much basis for that. That's just the way I feel. But if I just told you that and nothing else, you wouldn't listen. It'd be easy to skip over. So instead, I create the entire fucking story.
Well, then, what is the inevitable end you're seeking with these instruments?
And I suggest you do the same.
My mind is feeling kind of scattered. I'll take the fall and all in all.
She understands.
She understands.